In this lecture, we'll discuss about single phase full bridge inverter with R load. So this is a circuit diagram. Okay, it consists of 4 switches S1, S2, S3 and S4. So these switches are any one of the semiconductor devices like power MOSFET, IGBT, etc. So in general, inverter is a device which is used for converting a DC voltage into AC voltage. So here we are considering our resistive load. Okay, so these switches, if you see here, these two switches are connected in series, and similarly these two switches are connected in series. So we have to make sure that these two switches are not turned on simultaneously. So because once we turn on these two switches, then it will act as a short circuit across the supply. So now we'll discuss mode 1 operation. So here we are going to consider the interval 0 to t by 2. Okay. So during this interval, the switches S1 and S2 are turned on. So once these switches are turned on, the circuit gets closed and the current will start flowing. So the current starts flowing from VDC plus, it flows through S1 through the load through this switch S2 and completes its path through VDC minus. So if you see here, through the load it flows from A to B. Okay, so now the terminal A of the load is directly connected through this switch S1 to the positive terminal of the supply voltage, and similarly this terminal B is directly connected through this S2 to the negative terminal of the supply voltage. So the supply voltage will appear across the load. So this is what we have discussed. S1 and S2 are turned on simultaneously and the supply voltage will appear across the load, and this is the current direction, VDC plus S1 load, S2 and VDC minus. Now the voltage across the load in this case is considered as plus VDC. So because this terminal A is connected to positive terminal of the supply voltage and B is connected to the negative terminal of the supply voltage. Now we'll discuss mode 2 operation. Mode 2 operation takes place during the interval t by 2 to t. So at the instant t, small t is equal to capital T by 2, these two switches S1 and S2 are forced commutated. Okay, they are turned off by an external commutating circuit, and at the same time S3 and S4 are turned on. Okay, once S1 and S2 are turned off, no voltage will appear across the load, and once S3 and S4 are turned on, the current will start flowing through the circuit. The current will start flowing from VDC plus, it will flow through S3, it will flow through the load S4 and completes its path through VDC minus. So this time the current will flow from B to A through the load. Previously it was flowing from A to B, now it is from B to A. So if you see here, this terminal B is directly connected through this S3 to the positive terminal of the supply voltage, and similarly the terminal B of the load is connected through this S4 to the negative terminal of the supply voltage. So the voltage across the load will be equal to minus VDC. Okay, during this interval the load voltage will get reversed, so V0 will be equal to minus VDC. So this is what we have discussed. At t is equal to t by 2, S1 and S2 are forced commutated, S3 and S4 are turned on. So the voltage, the current will start flowing through the C. So this will continue till t is equal to capital T. Okay, so at that instant t is equal to capital T, these two switches S3 and S4 are forced commutated, and again this S1 and S2 will be turned on and the process will get repeated. So now we'll derive the average value. So this is a waveform. This is a load voltage waveform V0. So this is positive during the interval 0 to t by 2, and it is negative during the interval t by 2 to t. Okay. So this is the I0 volt waveform. So here we have considered the load as a resistive load. So V0 and I0 are in phase with each other. So now the average output voltage is given by V0 is equal to plus VDC during the interval 0 to t by 2, and similarly V0 is equal to minus VDC during the interval t by 2 to t. Okay. So now the average output current, it is given by I0 is equal to V0 by R during the interval 0 to t by 2, and similarly I0 is equal to minus V0 by R during the interval t by 2 to t. Now we will derive the RMS value. So if you see here, this is a symmetrical waveform. Both the positive and negative half cycles are symmetrical. So we have to consider only one half of the cycle. So the RMS value of the load voltage is given by 1 by T by 2 integral 0 to T by 2 Vd square dt, the whole term under root r. So this is written as power 1 by 2. Okay. So here Vdc square is considered constant. So integral of dt will give you T over the limit 0 to T by 2. So on substituting the limit, we will be getting T by 2. Okay. So V naught RMS can be written as 1 by T by 2 Vdc square into T by 2 under root r. Okay, T by 2 will get cancelled and we'll get Vdc. So this is V naught RMS. Similarly, we can write I naught RMS value. So I naught RMS is given by V naught RMS divided by R.